All right, welcome back. We continue right here on Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompeani, flanked by Gene Collier. We're going out to Beachview. John joins us right now on the hotline. What's up, John?
Hi, Bob. Hi, Gene. Good to talk to you guys. Happy holidays.
Hey, John.
I wanted to talk about the play of Bud Dupuis. He has really stepped up his game this year after several years of pretty much underachieving. And I realize this is a contract year. So do you guys think we'll be able to keep him? We're going to franchise him, or what do you think will happen?
Gene, thanks very much, John.
I'm sorry, who's asking about Bud?
Bud Dupree.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Bud's having a great year. I think he'll price himself out of Pittsburgh, not out of Pittsburgh, but out of their plans for what they're going to do with the balance of the salary cap. They could fool me. You know, they could pull some kind of surprise that clears up some money, but right now I don't foresee that, do you?
They also have to consider other things. They got, first of all, Hargraves unrestricted
Yeah,
if you want to keep him.
right.
Hilton's unrestricted if you want to keep him. And down the road, you have two other contracts, and they're going to be interesting to see how they pan out. Juju Smith-Schuster,
Right.
although this year is going to be kind of it'll set him back a little bit,
It will,
I think.
yeah.
But T.J. Watt is on the horizon, too. Right. So you got to figure out who you're going to allocate. If you want a one-year franchise tag on Dupree, for I think it's 16 to 18 million in that range, I think I may do that for 1 year, just to extend it one more year, and he's going to still have to play for more if he wants to. We'll see. Big Alan Robinson is right now on the hotline. What's up, Al?
All right, listen, I got two questions. First of all, I have to agree with you about Mr. Tomlin. He can't do a better job than him. He should be in the top three for Coach of the Year. I've been badgering him all year. I give him all the credit in the world. Two questions, Bob. Two plays I want to ask you about. When the Duck was on the 6-yard line, he ran around his left hand, and he threw the ball out of bounds. Was that a run? Well, they call that a run play to run in?
I don't know what the play call was, Gene.
No, that was a designed run, but it was not a designed left-handed pass.
It was a
There
fumble.
None of those, yeah.
Was it? I mean,
Okay,
if
that's
they
a fumble
recovered, it
out of
would have been a
bounds.
fumble.
That's right, yeah. But it
That's
was a
number
designed
one.
run. What's your other question?
Second question. When 2 minutes left in the game, why would they threw that pass, the announcer almost died. He says, what are they doing? They would have got the ball back with 1 minute and 10 seconds. Why would you throw a pass when they have no timeouts? Please explain that to me.
Well, he shouldn't have thrown it. What he should have done is slid and taken a sack, or just kept the clock going. That to me is a rookie mistake. He
did the same thing at Cincinnati
Right.
the week before, gave them an extra 40 seconds. You know, that's what you have when you have inexperienced quarterbacks. I don't care whether it's him or it's Mason Rudolph. I mean, they're still learning to play. They're still learning to recognize things. And, you know, they're still unsure of what they're going to do when the pressure's on. That's just the reality of it.
But that's why you have to get in there and get that experience. I think overall he's done well. There are going to be things you're going to shake your head at, but he's a rookie.
Yeah.
RDT, is it RDT? RDD?
RDB.
Okay, what's that stand for, if you don't mind me asking? RDD?
Robert Dale Brown.
All right.
Okay. You're like RG3, but only RDT. But go ahead.
You got it. Hi, Bob. Hi, Gene.
How you doing?
Love your column, Gene.
Thank you.
I just want to make one point that was never brought up. Why the Steelers won that game on Sunday. The fact is, the defense had the luxury of resting. And when they came out in the fourth quarter, they had a little hop in their step. They was able to get to the quarterback. They were knocking balls down all over the place. They finally intercepted.
I think that's a good point.
The first game against Cleveland, they didn't have that.
RDT or RDD, thank you for that, and that's a good point. If your defense could be, the time of possession was way in favor of Cleveland to start that game, and then it swung around. So,
yeah, the Steelers wound up with, I think, 27 minutes, and you know, that's why they have to recommit to the running game, and they have to do a better job with that, I think.
all right, Pete from Squirrel Hill, you're up next. Make it quick, please, Pete.
Hey, guys, how are you tonight?
We're good, thanks.
Hey, Bob Nutting, and the reason he will not open up his wallet like people want him to are the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. As long as they continue to develop players, play winning baseball, Bob, and go to the playoffs, his argument will be, if they can do it, why can't we? Because they all have the same payrolls. It's a simple equation. Thank you.
All right, Gene, what's your take?
I think we're out of time, aren't we?
I think so. 30 seconds. You want to sum that up in 30 seconds?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a team that Bob Nutting will be able to say C, but everybody knows that's not the way it is. The more you spend, the better your chances are.
I agree. And that's going to do it for us tonight, Gene. I hope you like the new digs for
Oh, I
temporary
sure do,
dig.
Bob. It's wonderful.
It
Thank
is.
you.
And you still get paid nothing. He'd do it for nothing. He's here every time we need him. That's going to do it for us. For Gene and Bob, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here at CW.